Shut up!
Yo, what's going on?
What is up, lady? That is insane. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to episode 5 of the Unfiltered Podcast. I am accompanied by my two co-hosts, Saidi and Rockamoose, and our guest for the episode, Northern Colby.
Does he deserve a round of applause? I don't know if he
butchered
deserves
that.
Not really.
Northern Colby.
No, we're
Dude.
keeping that in because we're going to just show
Colby.
that you never do intros.
Okay. We're keeping the bloopers.
Never
bro.
again.
Dude, Colby, dude, welcome to the Unfiltered Podcast, bro. You can feel the vibes already, bro. We are vibing
Dude.
here, man. How have you been, bro? Tell us
How
about
are
your
you
day.
doing?
Today's been actually pretty good. Today's been great. I've been having a good day, man.
That's good, man. That's what about you guys? Rock, Saidi.
Go ahead,
what you
Moose.
guys been up to?
Yo, why is it?
Bro, what is
Sorry,
No,
dude,
keep this
it-
shit here,
bro,
bro. This
the-
is the
the conversation
weirdest
beforehand,
intro
man.
I think we've ever had to a podcast. But my day's been great. My day's been fantastic.
My day's
I
been
woke
great.
up
What about yours?
at a really early time. I have finals today. Still got to do those after the podcast recording. That's
Ooh.
been licking my taint, bro.
Nice.
That's been bad.
That's
It's been so tough.
Wow.
I'm ready for it to be done.
I like that play of
Is
words
what?
right there.
Let's go.
Is what?
My taint.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Honestly, I've been chilling, bro.
Goodness gracious.
Vibing. Feels good to
You've
be
been
back.
chilling.
We're back on the roll. You know what I'm saying? Life's good, man. Life's good.
Exactly,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
Consistency, baby. Yes, sir.
I'm actually
Dude.
glad the podcast is back. I used to, dude, I deadass listen to that shit all the time when I'm at work.
Bro, that warms my heart, bro. Dude, we've been getting
It does,
we've been getting
man.
so much love.
Love
man.
on this
It's crazy.
podcast is just
Dude,
Dude, the
insane.
But we were
The-
gonna. I wanted to say this. I wanted to bring this up. We are gonna go audio only on I think SoundCloud. We're gonna do that ASAP, and we have these other episodes stacked, so we can literally just take the audio and put that on there, and we can do that like
Nice.
ASAP. So we're gonna be doing that soon. I meant to tell you guys that. Just wanted to kind of throw that out there for
Yeah,
the
Right.
audio
yeah.
only
Yeah,
people.
definitely. And it's going to
Mhm.
be coming soon.
Oh, and
That's actually
shorts.
so
shorts. We're doing shorts soon as well, so be on the lookout
that's
for
gonna be
that.
awesome. I'm
All
very
right.
excited.
Okay. I see you guys. I see you.
We're
Yes, sir.
getting out here, man.
That's fucking
We're
insane,
getting out
man.
here, dude. So everyone who's watching this probably is from the COD community, the Twitter stuff, and all that shit. And you all know Colby. We all know this man, the redheaded fuck. So Colby, how did you get into all of this stuff, this community, and where did you start, and how did you start all this? Where'd you do
Yeah,
that?
let us know, man. I'm interested.
All right. So mainly it was from COD. Like, okay, this might sound like some like generic ass story, but I promise you this is fucking real. Literally, I was just getting quick scoped in Call of fucking Duty BO1, and I was like, how are these kids like hitting me so fast with snipers? So I literally YouTubed like snipers and like montage and shit, and I found FaZe, and from there it blossomed into this thing. I found Jev, Adapt, Rain, like the whole shit, and that's how
Hell
I got
yeah.
in all this, man. For
That's
real.
crazy, man. What age were you? Like, what time frame was that? You said BO1, right?
Yeah.
So that was like what, like, because how old
I
are
was
you
like
right now?
11 or I'm 21. I just turned 21 like a couple months
that
ago.
Boy, that boy.
I was like
crazy.
11 or 12 when BO1 was out. I know because when I like started like following everybody like on YouTube, I made a Twitter. My first Twitter, I made it in 2012. So sometime around 2012, that's like when I found out like about like the whole COD shit or whatever. But I didn't start like making content till like 2014.
And if you don't mind me
2015.
interrupting, like you're a huge like Jev, like you know, like Jev's a huge inspiration to you too, right? Like that's basically like how you like really kicked into
Yes.
this kind of thing, or is it just kind of like you know
Yeah,
you wanted
man.
to do it like, or you just like fell in love with it kind of thing?
Well, I initially started following Jev like I think it was right when he joined FaZe or yeah, it was right when he joined FaZe because like I was like one of those kids that would like go on the FaZe Twitter and just follow every single member, you know what I'm saying? Like just trying to
Yeah.
follow everybody. And I found Jev and it was like right around when he joined. Like he didn't even have like 200k. He had maybe less than 200k, 100k or some shit like that.
Damn.
And it's
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're an OG.
it's
for him.
cool seeing him almost at like 5 mil, and I subbed to him like when he didn't even have half a mil.
That's
or something.
insane,
That's
actually. I
Crazy.
didn't know
Dude,
that.
the crazy thing about Jev, dude, Jev can literally just play anything he wants, and it does not matter, bro. Literally,
It's
he
always
just went and
entertaining.
played a game that was like 6 years old this weekend, and it performs the exact same.
It is
It's
actually insane.
It's just proof
Yeah.
that people watch his videos for him. They could care less if he's playing Flappy Bird or the newest COD, bro. They
He's
don't
got
care.
literally
It's
the
insane.
most,
It's
I
so
would
crazy.
say, I'd say loyal fan base. He's got the ideal fan base that everyone wishes
for
they
sure.
had, and he's like one of the only people I know that is able
Yeah.
to pull off what he does. Like he's one of the only ones.
Definitely.
insane.
I
It's
agree.
actually insane. But
Like I'm so like envious. Not envious. Like I respect that so much.
to answer Sidey's question like more specifically, he is like the biggest inspiration to like why I do what I do, because like he's my favorite YouTuber. Like out of anybody, like I watch a lot of people, but like he's like always up there. Like I like whenever he uploads, I'm always on that shit, just because like when I first wanted to like start making videos, I like didn't know how like to make them or whatever. But Jev was my favorite YouTuber because I related to him like so much, and I just genuinely enjoyed his videos. So like when I first started making videos, I was like, okay, how the fuck do I make a video? And I remember one of my homies told me, he was just like, bro, who's your favorite YouTuber? And I told him Jev, and he's like, well, try to do something similar to Jev, you know? Like if you enjoy that content, try to make content similar to what you enjoy, and maybe you'll find other people who also enjoy watching it. And it blossomed from there, and now I get called the Jev clone.
Hey, but that ain't a bad thing though. At the end of the day, it really ain't bad.
Yeah. I don't take it as a bad thing. A lot of people think like I don't like that, but like, dude, like this might sound like weird or whatever, but like if you're gonna get compared to anybody, you might as well be compared to fucking the best who's ever done that shit. You know what I'm saying? I take it as a fucking compliment. Like people always are just like, bro, your videos remind me of Jev. I love your videos, or blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, like thanks, because like he's the entire reason.
Getting
why I
compared to your
started this
idols
shit.
is a
You know what I mean?
beautiful
But
feeling. It's really cool.
it's actually
That's a W.
crazy, dude. Like I don't know. I think it's an insane feeling. He also followed me on Twitter in like 2015.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So he's like, he knows you exist. Like he knows
Dude,
of your existence.
he fucking clicked on my profile. He knows who I. Dude, that's actually crazy.
That's dope to think about, bro.
That's
That
a
really
big
is.
accomplishment.
He followed me when he hit 1 mil on Twitter.
Wow.
Actually,
Yeah, probably like when you had your hot streak, like what, like 3 years ago, World War II era. You were like 1K to 5K a video for like
Fucking
weeks
Yeah,
on end.
for, like-
you were on a fat hot streak.
during that Red RC and the next Red RC that they did the next year, 2017, 2018, all of my videos between those two RCs all
Yep.
had over
That's
1,000
crazy.
views.
You were actually going
Insane.
crazy then. You were
It's actually
time.
insane.
going hard. That I remember that. I think that's how I found you
doing
during
your
the
thing,
Red
bro.
RC too.
Yeah, I
So
was
many
watching
people
you.
found
I
me
was
through that
watching you
shit.
during
That's
that
actually
period. I
crazy.
think so was Will was as well.
Yeah,
so
that's insane.
crazy. Yeah, that red stuff is crazy. We're gonna touch on that
Yeah.
in a little bit.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna go.
I can't
we're
wait
gonna
to
go,
dive
we're gonna
into
dive
that.
into all that. That's good
Definitely.
stuff there.
Cool.
After just
Okay.
talking about everything you've done and every like way that you've gotten started and like what's gotten you started and inspired, what would you say is the biggest regret you had like with content creation, especially like stepping into the scene as an OG? Because you've been around for a while, so like what do you feel like your biggest regret is looking back?
That's a heavy question.
I have so
bro.
many.
Biggest
Um,
regret, man.
I actually, I'm gonna be real. I think my biggest regret is just not starting sooner,
Really?
right? Because like there was a time period where like I got into everything, but like I didn't take it serious or like really like try to make something out of it until like 2016. Like I didn't try to make anything serious out of it, and then the moment I did, that's when my channel did the best. But like those first couple of years, like I can make all the excuse, oh I didn't have good equipment, or oh this or oh that, but like dead ass, I didn't really take it seriously, and I didn't really know what I wanted. But the moment I figured out what I wanted, I just started going for it. I wish I would have started earlier, because imagine like if I was like at the point I am now, but like years ago. You feel me? Like I feel like I'd be in a better place.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, bro.
I don't
that's
know.
like
Maybe you
that's-
guys can
bro,
relate. I don't know.
I feel like that is the cheat code to life. Literally, knowledge is the most important thing in life, bro.
Knowledge is
like
power.
if you could keep the brain you have now and go back to like literally like prime time.
Oh
Fortnite,
my
for
God.
example. Like, bro,
Mhm.
literally the opportunity
Prime Fortnite
that we
was so
had in
fun.
front of us that we just didn't know until afterwards. It's insane. That's just an example. obviously,
I've
but-
always like
Who
said
would've
this
knew
like
Fortnite
not in an
would've been like
egotistical
this?
way, but I bet like if all of us knew everything we know now today, not saying that this would have happened, but we all had that potential like now back then to be in phase. You know what I mean? If we did what we did now back then, I think phase would be
Yes,
like
I
the
agree,
goal.
bro.
it was so
And that's
like
just
easier to join
logical.
phase
Like,
then.
You take the videos that they were making, like the Cutcom style videos that they were making, and compare it to the Cutcom style videos that we make. Bro, our videos are way more edited, way more highly just just looks more professional in
Yep.
every single aspect. That's literally like it's not, even comparable. So I think that's a valid statement.
Times have changed though. Times are different.
Yeah,
Like, back then,
I mean, it's way different now, obviously, but
Yeah.
to reference that to back then.
But
yeah,
now
I agree.
knowing what you know now,
Yeah,
though, is a
it's-
good thing because you can use what you know now to, I don't know, perfect and maybe do something better. But
That's true.
I think
Really
like
build
my
up.
biggest regret, like out of all of it, I think it was not taking, like grabbing search and destroy sniping in Modern Warfare when it was first starting to pop off. I think not doing that then
Mhm.
was, holy shit, my biggest regret because I was still doing like,
That was such a
yeah, I
huge
was just doing like
opportunity
cutcom
right
videos and stuff still, and there's not a problem with doing that, but I
Right.
was like growing out of that, and I needed to switch it up and change things up because I had grown a fan base that was no longer there, kind of a
Yeah.
deal. So I have to try new things like
Mhm.
all the time. So when S&D sniping was a thing, I made
Yeah.
one video on it when it was first popping off. I even had like a quad feed in S&D, my first one, and it was like a NOS,
Mhm.
like almost a NOS triple clat. And I like
That's sick.
fucked that opportunity up, and it did amazing, but I just never did it again.
Man, it's like it's hard though because like you
Oh,
didn't
no.
know that was gonna be the thing. Like at that point in time, that wasn't like.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. That wasn't.
No,
as
Kitty
huge
wasn't even
yeah,
doing
per
it.
se,
Like, Kitty
right?
blew up and was one of the first to blow
Yeah,
up
like
sniping
we
wise.
did, like bro, think about that. Like we didn't even like we were like S&D. Like S&D's cool, but like we snipe in TDM and stuff like that, hardpoint. But like,
Right.
yeah, if you would have known that S&D was gonna be the thing and you would have capitalized on that beforehand, like
Definitely.
bro, you
Oh,
It's going
yeah.
strong. Year
Year
2
two is
modern,
insane.
or yeah, almost year 3 modern
Mhm.
warfare is still going strong. Like
It's
S&D
facts,
shit.
bro. It's just-
That's actually fucking crazy.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It is crazy, bro. I'm not even.
I,
gonna
I
cap.
wish I would have hopped on that shit too. I wish I wouldn't have, like, I was in a sticky situation like moving and shit like that, which I guess we can also talk about
Yeah.
that later if you want to. But like when I was
Yeah.
first moving into this apartment, like I remember like my last Modern Warfare video was when the Rytech sniper came out, right? And I was like in this sticky situation for a couple of months. But during that couple of months, they dropped like I think 2 new snipers or whatever, and I just never uploaded Modern Warfare again. If I would have knew like shit was how it is now, like I definitely still
Bro.
would have played that game and even did Modern
You know what I
Warfare
always tell
S&D.
myself? If only I could have dropped the nuclear and search and destroy first like Fugitives. That's how
Oh
he set up, like,
my god.
his entire career,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Oh, and
Dude.
and let me
Yeah,
touch
that's
on that side.
crazy.
Fugitives is the only person right now that I can see doing what he's doing. He's only COD. It's not like not too much on the personality. Doesn't really edit the videos. It's strictly gameplay. He's one of the only people
Strictly
to do it.
gameplay.
There's still
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
blowing up on COD right now,
That's crazy.
and you could still do it, but you
That's
can't
not
do it in the
easy,
way
bro.
that Fugitives did. He's like one of the only
Right.
ones.
You have to be at such a top tier of gameplay in order to do that. Like
Mhm.
that's crazy. I specifically,
can-
but Colby, I specifically remember. Sorry to cut you off, whoever that was.
Oh, you're good. You're
I
good.
remember a video of you sniping, and you had like one hand like backwards. Like it was.
Dude,
Oh,
that
yeah,
video did
yeah, I know
so
that one.
well.
Dude, I specifically remember that video, bro. That video was awesome.
Bro, that video, like, I think this was like way after like the whole like red thing or whatever. This is like when Modern Warfare was just at like its base, like so
Yeah.
way after that shit. But I had saw that there was this Modern Warfare like glitch, and normally I'm not into that type of shit, but it was with a sniper, and I was like, oh, okay, this could be cool. So it was like pretty for anyone who doesn't know or is watching, you could pretty much do this glitch, or like you would like swap your weapons with like a launcher, and you would hold your gun with fucking one hand, and then you would just run
Literally.
around
It was
with your
like-
other hand like this, and whenever you would aim in, your gun would be invisible. Like there was no like ADS HUD. You would just aim in, and you'd have to like use the fucking laser attachment as
And that-
like your guide. And it was so fucking funny, and I think I hit a couple of clips with it too, but that video had like 2,000 views or 1,000 views or something. It actually
yeah,
blew up.
man.
It was
Fun
crazy.
Yeah,
fact.
killed that
Fun
video. I
fact.
remember
That
that.
is still a
Such a good
glitch that
video.
you can do today, and it's a glitch that I'm currently working on a video for.
Really?
Yeah, you can still do that today.
Oh shit.
and it's not
Really?
gone
Bro,
away.
Bro,
what are
I'm
the
about to
odds?
make part
It has
fucking
not
2,
gone
man.
away.
Bro,
It's still there,
That's crazy.
which is a beautiful
Yeah.
thing.
But
Dude,
bro,
that's actually
dude,
crazy.
Nope.
They never patched
Still a
that.
thing.
That's crazy. They just don't care. They're like,
Swear.
Bro,
leave
they
it
just
there,
don't
bro.
They
care.
really
I don't
just
care.
don't care about it, which I think is
Hey,
hilarious.
I'm curious.
Bro,
You know, all this
dude.
talk about our videos. We talked about, your inspiration. We talked about regrets.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this is going to come off really bad, so don't think it's bad. But You know,
you got me
so you
nervous
say your
now.
biggest,
He's like,
you said your
I hate
biggest
bro.
regret,
Like,
but
I know.
you know, I know for a while, and many people know you as someone who was going for Red Reserve. And I'm interested to know, do you ever regret grinding for Red Reserve during that time? Or do you find it as something like, I don't regret it at all, like I enjoyed every bit of it kind of thing?
Damn.
I'm interested to know that.
Damn.
Like, do you wish you would have put that energy
And
into
by
a
the way,
different
before
team?
you answer that, for those that don't know, Red Reserve is basically, it was created as a B team, essentially, of FaZe Clan. It was under FaZe originally, and people ended up buying it out. But originally, it was like a FaZe B team where if you, it was like a gateway team. Like if you had the
FaZe.
potential to get there, but you weren't just at FaZe level yet, they'd put you in Red, and that is not bad by any means. That team was like one of the biggest,
No,
and
it
you were
was
respected
goated,
if you
bro.
were in there because you're still the top of the top. So, yeah. But go ahead and
Right.
answer. If you need me to
It's
repeat
like-
it, let me know.
No, that's a very good question. I actually really like that question. That should make me
Yes,
think.
sir.
Yes, sir. That's
Because
right.
like
High five.
I actually, you could go on my channel later if you want to look at this, but I made a whole playlist to like my Red RC videos and just shit like that. I started grinding for Red in 2016 on Black Ops 3, and I stayed like only trying to join Red like from 2016 to like 2018 or like 2015, some shit like that. So like since Black Ops 3 all the way to whatever COD before they unfortunately ended or whatever, I was always going for Red. I never switched it up, always went for them. I went for every single recruitment challenge they ever put out. Like I remember when they were sponsored by Solient or whatever the fuck that drink company was. Like you could look at the titles like partnered by Solient or whatever the fuck. Like I went for all of those.
Whoever
Most
would
of them
give
were
them
fucking
money.
cringe. But do I regret it? No, absolutely not. Because like I don't think the videos that I made like during the second to last and the last RC, I don't think they would have blown up. I don't think my name would have gotten out there if I
That's
wasn't
fair.
going for Red. Like Red was like one of the biggest teams to be in at the time.
Yeah.
And like I was always going for them like regardless of like the status. I just really wanted to be a part of Red or whatever. Like ever since like they announced the whole like Red thing with the FaZe logo inside it, like their reserve team, like I thought that shit was the coolest thing, because obviously like I'm sure most people in like the COD like sniping community sort of thing, they're like I know it seems like unachievable, but like everybody would want to join FaZe. Like at the end of the day, like that's like at the top of the fucking pyramid, you know what I'm saying? Like to join FaZe. And
100%.
obviously that's why they created Red Reserve as their fucking reserve team. So ever since then, I wanted to join Red. I don't regret it, like going for it, because I really put like my best work into
Yeah.
those videos.
You know,
And I blew up a lot from that, and so many people know me because of like
That
all
era.
of
Yeah, I
those
feel that.
videos.
fun
you know what I mean?
fact
Yeah, in that
about
era
this
of
man
content.
right here
Like,
in Red
Colby
Reserve
era.
in
are
2017.
we gonna get into this?
2017, young Rockamoose out here with 178 subs on YouTube. Had two content creators he
Yep.
was faced up against named Tristan and Colbsters. These two motherfuckers were insane.
Colby.
These two guys were insane with all of their
Oh my
editing.
gosh.
Their personalities were there. I was just like, well, shit, I'm going to lose to both these motherfuckers. Like, that's how it's going to go. One of them is going to win, and that's just how it is. I was, personally, I thought it was going to be Colby. Personally, I thought
You
it
know
was going to
what's
be Colby.
crazy though? Not even to, you know what's crazy? Being someone from like the outside perspective, you guys like are all in it. Like I went for the Red RC, but I didn't know what I was doing. It's like my first time going for content.
That boy Sadie, he
This
was just
yeah,
looking up in the
facts,
sky
bro.
doing
This is what I was
backflips,
doing
bro.
my iPhone editing and stuff. And this was 2017, and
Yo,
Hey, I was there
I
at one
vividly
point, man.
remember though watching you and Moose, bro, and I seen both of y'all's come up. Like I didn't know y'all until the Red RC, so it's crazy that y'all like you even say that was the thing that blew you up, because I actually found Moose's channel when he was at 100 subs, and I found you. I don't know where you were at, but you weren't at 1K yet, Colby. And
It
then
was
to
a
see like
crazy
after the
time.
RC ended, like all the
Man,
all the hype around y'all name, it was crazy to see the growth. Like I think Moose hit like 5K within like a span of a month or two.
It was crazy because like I remember watching Colby's channel, and I don't remember exactly which video he made, but I remember it was a video that like Formula actually commented on at one point, and that video blew the
It was
fuck
the
up.
The Phase
That video
Jeff
blew the
clan
fuck
tag
up. I was
video.
like, yep, I don't have any videos like that whatsoever.
Dude, I remember the comment, bro. It was like, if you can prove to me that you can upload daily or every other day, then we might have a gym here.
That's literally what I saw. And I was like, fuck. And by the way, Colby. So that comment right there about the whole gem thing, right? I remember when I got like the follow notification for Formula, and I like got to speak with him and all those things. And then a few days later, he tweets out that he found a gem and he thinks this is like an underrated content creator, right? I remembered that comment and thought it was you. I thought that was you. So when I came home, and I was waiting to see Colby's name pop up on the fucking screen, it was weird. It was a very weird moment.
Bro, dude,
I actually remember
for you
that
guys
tweet.
to paint a picture for you guys that don't know this connection here. So Rockamoose and Colby, wherever they are on the screen, they both went for this same RC. They were both stupid underrated. They both had probably no momentum going into this RC. They're like, Formula. The last thing on this Moose's mind is that Red Formula is about to acknowledge him and even shout him out. And then this crazy thing happens. That's how
I genuinely didn't feel like I deserved it. Like that was like the weird thing, and that is just something like still to this day where I feel like there was just something was missed, and I actually got to understand like certain like reasons and why people made certain decisions. But I went home waiting to see Colby's like name pop up on that video and him get that shout out. That was not supposed to be me.
And it was you,
and
bro.
When I went to the Red House, eventually went to the Red House, I did get a chance to speak with them. And I did bring up YouTube because I was friends with Tristan after the fact. Me and Tristan became friends.
Me and Tristan, we were friends during the RC. I didn't know you until like Formula shouted you out. Funny fucking story. Sorry to like interrupt you. I'll let you continue that. But at the time, I was actually the leader for a team, and whenever Formula shouted out Rockamoose and then he joined Red, I followed you because I was like, "Yo, this guy just joined Red. Let me follow him, right?" And I clicked your name and I saw you already followed me. I was like, let me. I'm just curious. I click his messages, and he had already messaged me like a couple of months ago before the Red RC started and was like, yo, man, are you guys recruiting? And like, bro, I could have recruited this man to my team before this whole Red thing.
I forgot about that,
know.
but I remember DMing you
Colby
about it.
Bro, I know
nah,
it
Colby
wasn't
does
ego.
have
I
an ego.
genuinely
You
didn't
have
see
an
the
ego
message.
because you know what happened?
Bro,
Before I joined North, I messaged him. I told him, "Yo, man, I really fuck with your content. Like, it's super like nice and motivating. Like, I really like you as a content creator." This man left me on Reddit and responded 2 years later.
Yep, there it is.
Nah.
I got the.
What you mean left on Red? You can't tell if someone reads your message on Twitter. That's fucking cap, bro.
This is a true story as well. You can look in our DMs right now. I literally messaged Colby
Here we go again.
with my gaming setup video, asking for his opinion, and he said, "Nice tweet."
Wait, what?
Nice tweet, bro. I was like,
Wow.
yes, you said that.
Bro, I don't even remember that.
You said nice tweet.
Bro,
I was like, wow.
that is insane. Bro, Pure was not locked in that
dude.
moment.
Okay, wait, hold on. Can I say something real quick?
It's too
I don't know
late.
if people are gonna take this the wrong way. Hold on, bro. Dog. I do not have a fucking egotistical bone in my body. Look. Here's the thing.
Cap.
I'm a fucking dumbass.
That's
I just
facts.
didn't
That's
see the
actually
messages,
facts.
bro. Yeah, you guys can agree. I'm a fucking I'm a head ass, bro.
Colby.
Like I'm genuinely stupid.
Colby, what is 8?
Didn't see the
what is
messages.
8 times 8? 5, 4, 3. There we go.
64.
It's okay. All right. Anyways, so with all that behind us, another question I wanted to bring up and ask you: what is the most favorite video?
We were.
No, he was
We
about
were-
to touch on
dude,
something
there's
important
a whole
on the Red
thing
House
there.
because look, I feel like no one
Nobody
knows
does
this.
that.
Nobody knows this, and I didn't even know this until Rockamus
So,
told me
like-
the other day. All right, I did not realize I was in this position like
No.
that deep until.
So
he
I
explained
had-
to me. Go ahead because I feel like people
So it was
deserve to
me
know
and
this,
Formula.
man.
We were having a conversation. I had just been picked up from the airport, and Gandhi and Formula show up, and we're on the way back.
Crazy.
And I'm telling them like the story of how like, why the fuck am I here? Like I didn't really get it. And I did ask the question about my
Yeah.
friend Tristan, and I did ask about Colby because, you two were, viewership was higher than me, and editing was higher. And it was literally between the three of us. It was
Damn.
between the three of us only.
Mm-hmm.
And I will explain why I'm glad that I got it and you guys didn't. That's not like a shitty thing to say. That's like a real, like, I'm glad that I got that shit.
I'm glad
Because
you got it.
The thing
I'm
is
glad you did.
that you guys were so close, but the problem is that at that time, Kiwi was also involved in those things. Kiwi's also involved, at the time he was involved in like the recruiting process, and he really pushed for me because a lot of people in the comments were saying, one, I swore too much, but a lot of people also brought up the fact that they thought that I was like an exact
boy
like
was a
Kiwi's
dog.
kind of clone, similar to how you and Jev.
I
were
do
like
remember that. I do remember that. You got like
Dude,
the Kiwi
16-year-old
comments
You should
like
not
I did
have.
for the
I-
Jev.
Bro,
I'm
Will
glad.
was
I'm
insane.
so glad that I got that moment, because if either of you guys had gotten that moment, you all would have had your dreams crushed at the same time. That is y'all would
What do
have
you mean?
joined Red, and then a month before going to the house, been kicked, and you would have gone through.
Yeah.
You would have gone
'cause
through the
didn't
ringer, fam.
they kicked you and
Y'all would have gone through the
yeah,
ringer.
that would have sucked. I honestly feel
But
so
you-
fucking
you
bad
were
for you because it's
close.
like you had your
Yeah,
dream
because
and then it
you were.
just
I remember you touched on it in the first episode too, or second episode of the podcast. You were like in a position to like basically leave high school and like almost do this shit
Dude.
full time too.
It was.
Yeah,
it was.
you were
Like,
there,
he was
bro,
there.
and
He
it
was
got,
in
you
front
of
got
you.
robbed
That's
out of the
fucking
dream.
I don't
bro.
even
Like,
know
crazy,
how
dude.
close, how like far I can go into it, but one thing I remember the
that's
most of
actually
is that
insane.
I literally got told that I have an email saved, and if I go to the old CMO, I could find the tweet where I sent to him. But I was told by my counselor that I had enough credits to graduate a semester early, and then on top of that, I was told that I'd be moving into a house,
Wow.
but I'd be switching out with a certain member because that person doesn't live in the United States. So it'd be like a back and forth.
Yeah.
And dude, my entire family was on board with me not going to school and pursuing it.
I mean, because
Man,
So
bro, that's
different.
That's
time.
actually crazy. You could have had that opportunity to live in a content house.
and bro,
just
think
full
about
send
this
shit.
too. Like, I don't think
That-
like if you're a viewer who doesn't like tap into the community much or wasn't like gaming back then and really know what we're talking about, y'all don't understand the magnitude of the opportunity it was. Everyone that was in that red house, which is the content house, basically has over 2 million subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
To this day.
Yeah, they all live
Yeah,
in mansions and
they
have
got drive
millions of
Lambos,
subs now.
everything.
Like,
So,
fucking
like-
driving
huge.
fucking
It's,
Bugattis
bro,
and
it's
Lambos
like it's like
and shit.
LeBron James offering
Exactly.
a house, basically.
Exactly.
That's the
So
equivalent.
like,
it's
Will
huge.
had this
Like,
opportunity that basically like 4 years ago to now he could have been a multimillionaire.
So I don't know more so about how much money we would have been making, but I do know that it would have been a very life-changing opportunity. It was a very quick conversation, though. It wasn't
Oh, yeah.
anything that was like super like concrete. I know that we had like ideas of where it was going to be, and I knew that was something that was talked about.
Mhm.
But we found out about that, and then like a few weeks later, like everything went to shit. Like
That
didn't last
sucks.
long.
That's
Didn't last long. But hey, we move. We still out here trying.
Hey, I got a
Crazy,
crazy
bro.
transition in a
That's-
second.
that
Y'all want to
whole
hear
red-
the line I got for transitions?
Yes, I want to hear your line.
Oh gosh, here we go.
All right,
Side
here we go.
transitions part 2.
Yo,
Let's
so
go.
Colby,
Here we
I
go.
know that one
Prepare
thing that
yourself.
you really emphasize in your videos and throughout your content and your brand is how much you love G Fuel. Almost every beginning of your video, you're creating G Fuel, and with 2 new movies out,
Bro, I'm wearing
Venom,
my G Fuel shirt.
Candyman. How do you feel about the new G Fuel flavor, Venom? Have you tried it? Are you planning to try it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you planning to see the movie?
I have not tried it, but I do plan it. I do plan to see the movie. I'm a huge Marvel
Yeah,
like
can we just talk
comic
about
guy.
that
I
transition?
love that
Can
shit.
we talk about, yeah,
That was
like, can
cracked,
we
bro.
talk
Transition
like
was
that?
That's
fire.
beautiful. That was
God.
like, that was great.
My
That was
podcasting skills are
great. Dude. Bro, okay. So
I
have you
haven't
seen
yet.
the movie?
I have.
Okay, Rock.
1 to
let me
10,
know.
rate it.
Let me know, Rock.
Oh, okay. So this is gonna be dead
Yeah, give me-
serious. Okay.
all right, bet.
Six
I've
to
heard
7
it's
out of 10
controversial,
without the ending credit scene, but with the ending credit scene, I'd say 10 out of 10.
So overall movie mid ending makes
dude.
it.
Movie,
Can I-
movie's mid because the
I've heard some crazy
the
stuff
pacing
about
of
that
the movie
ending scene,
is very odd.
Can I
the
say
pacing
something
of the
about
movie is
that?
very, very odd.
No, you
and
cannot.
it's fast paced, and there's not a lot of time to breathe. but I won't spoil anything. The movie is very fast paced. It's literally an hour and a half long. It's not a long movie whatsoever by any means. So it goes by pretty fucking quick.
Can I say something about that end credit scene?
Yeah,
as long as you're not spoiling.
So I have a story. It's a very quick story. All right. So it starts off. I'm taking a shit in my lovely apartment. Right. I open up my phone. Okay. And I get on TikTok because that's always what I do when I'm taking a shit for whatever reason.
Guys.
Right.
Yep.
And I open up the app. I shit you not. The first video on my For You page is Venom, and he's like looking at a TV, and I see something, and I scream, and I throw my phone at the wall.
Oh.
It was a spoiler. It was not just a spoiler; it was the end credits scene spoiler, and I could, bro. I'm telling you, I was so mad. I threw my phone at the fucking wall. It didn't crack, by the way, but I just started screaming. I shit you not. There was no warning, no heads up, nothing in the caption or nothing. The first frame of the video was showing.
That's why you gotta watch out with TikTok, bro.
The first
TikTok
frame.
is the spoiler section. Like if you have something that you don't want to see or that's like really popular and you want to watch it, stay off TikTok. TikTok is the king of spoilers. They have no remorse. They will put something out literally 5 minutes after it's been seen.
It's literally how it was with Squid
That's
Games,
also how I got spoiled the Boards episode.
And you know, like with you watching movies and stuff like that, man, you know, and chilling, I feel like, you know, you're at your house, you at your game set up, having some G Fuel, you know, watching Netflix. How does it feel to live on your own and be able to, you know, have your own space where you're able to just chill out? Like, how did it feel moving out of your parents' house into your apartment? Because I know you actually just got a house, your own place, like last year or early this year. How does that feel?
Mm-hmm.
My transitions.
Yeah. So back in September, it was at the end of September of 2020. I moved into this current apartment. Right. This is the first time I've ever had my own room. Okay, my entire life I've always either slept on the couch or I had to share a room with my little brother. Right, because I went through a divorce at a very young age at 5, and then I went through another divorce at age 12. So like,
you're dogging that early.
Yeah, bro. It fucking sucked, man. Like just going through like not even just one divorce is awful, bro. Like especially at a young age, but to go through 2 before you're like even fucking 13 years old, before you're even a teenager to like fully. Like
I like how you're saying it's just the way you're saying it makes it sound like you physically went through a divorce, like you and a woman got divorced. You're like, by the time
you're fucking idiot.
already went through 3 divorces.
No, I get what you're saying, but no, I just mean like experiencing the situation between because I mean I was just a fucking kid and I didn't understand what was going on. Like my mom and my dad aren't together, then my dad gets a new mom, and then I experience love for her and all of her children, and I get new brothers and sisters, and then they're taken away from me a couple of years later. Like that shit's like kind of traumatizing, you know what I mean? And
like for real,
like I've went from house to house, from school to school. Like there was a point where I was living at my grandma's couch for a couple of years. Like this shit fucking sucked, right? So like I've never had like the experience of like my own privacy, my own room and shit like that. And high school was like extremely difficult because I shared a room with my younger brother. And they like, bro, how am I supposed to bring a girl over when I got a bunk bed, bro? This shit's fucking lame, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
bro, your brother was a fat cock blocker.
He was, bro.
Literally, bro.
He was. Like, no cap, bro.
Man.
But to get back to the apartment, it's nice, man. Like having your own like space and shit. Because like I don't know if anyone's familiar with like who I am, like my like videos or whatever, like if they're new or whatever, but like I had a bunk bed, right? And my desk was built into the bunk bed, and it was super tiny. I could barely even fit 2 monitors in there, and I had to create my entire little fucking studio gaming setup around 2 bunk beds, and it was the most like insane fucking looking thing, but I managed to make it work somehow. And that's actually like the most popular video on my channel is the bunk bed gaming setup. And I made it work for a while, but obviously like the main reason why I wanted to move out of my parents' house is because they weren't really supportive of the whole like YouTube streaming thing. Like Like there are probably still clips on my Twitch, or not my Twitch, my Twitter, where like my mom would come in my room while I was streaming and just like barge in, no knock, and be like, "Can you shut the fuck up, Colby? Jesus fucking Christ!" And then slam the door. Whole chat hears it. No warning for me to like. I didn't have a stream deck back then. I couldn't just like fucking hit my mute mic button, you know? So like that shit was like super embarrassing. And like they never wanted to hear like me while I'm doing my recording sessions or streaming. So
it just
made
wasn't
it
a good
almost
environment for you.
Yeah, it made it almost impossible for me to record anything. And I keep in mind, I also share a room, so anytime I wanted to do something, I had to ask my brother to leave, which half the time he wouldn't leave. And if I were to try to do a video anyway while I was in there, he would just say, "Oh, shut the fuck." Like, it's just, I can't make videos with people in the room or people coming in my room and yelling at me and shit. So like the only time I could ever record a video or stream or do any sort of content that isn't me editing, obviously, because I can do that by myself and stay quiet, but like recording shit, I had to make sure like no one was home. Like my parents had to be at work or off doing something, but I was in school. But by the time I come home, my parents are home like an hour later. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I also had a job. I had a job and school. So like, there was like no window of opportunity for me to record my videos. And I believe that like, cause also like to kind of go back on the whole Red thing. You remember Formula said if you were to upload like every other day, you'd be a gym here. You want to know the thing that stood out just broadly between me and Rockamoose? Rockamoose uploaded way more
I was
videos
uploading
than
daily
me.
at that time.
I honestly feel like
I
that
uploaded
had
daily
up
for
crazy.
like 5-7 months.
That
Crazy,
is,
bro.
I feel like a huge reason, like on top of like everything you said, I feel like that also gave you like a huge benefit, like to picking. Like, I mean, obviously, like looking back, I'm glad you won. Like, I mean, take it from like Formula's perspective. You have two different people, right? And like you really like this guy and you really like this guy, but this guy is making way more content like consistently. So obviously you'd want to pick him. That was the smart decision. And you know, that's why I wanted to move out, because I was like, dude, I'm never gonna let an opportunity like that slip from me. So I moved into this apartment, and now like you guys, like, I mean, besides the whole breakup thing, we could probably touch on that later, but after I took like my break from that shit and I came back, you guys saw me, I was uploading 2 videos every single fucking week. Like I was on my shit, streaming.
You were grinding.
I would wake up, record a video, I would go live on my Twitch of me editing the entire video, take like 6, 7, 8 hours. I'd end the stream, post it the next day. That's literally what I did, like all fucking day. Like I would only play enough for my video, stream me editing, and then upload it the next day. Like that's like how I was doing it, so that way I could upload multiple times a week.
And,
I was
and that,
grinding
like,
that
that's
shit.
not a bad way of doing it, you know what I mean? But it's like, the other thing is too, like I've been in not like the exact situation as you when it comes to like time management and all that stuff, when it comes to having time to make the videos.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was uploading every day, which I do not recommend doing at all unless you can have someone else edit your shit. Yeah, I did daily uploading. Was awful. I mean, I wouldn't
daily upload.
When the Red RC came out, I was going to school at 8 o'clock in the morning, not coming home until around 3:30 because school went from 8 to 3:45. And then I'd come home and record and edit and upload that same day. And when the Red RC happened and the shout-out happened, I literally did that and was starting to literally just fucking go insane. Like it was hard to do.
Right.
It's not an easy
Like,
thing to do.
I mean,
It's very mentally draining.
And like the thing with daily uploads is like, I've noticed it with my own videos, and I'm sure you guys have too. Like everyone, like, okay, I follow almost 1,000 fucking people on Twitter, right? So like imagine how many content creators videos, like how many people upload or stream like every day or every other day. It's a lot of content to consume. So I feel like if you upload daily, it's gonna make it hard for people to catch up with your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it takes me like until the end of the day to catch up with like people in like North who like upload all their videos for me to catch up and watch everything. Or I'm at work. Like there'd be times I remember I was talking to Pierre. He's like, "Can you give me ops on a video?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm at work. I can't. I'll do it like after work." Blah blah blah. Because like, you know, it's just so many people to like catch up with, and I feel like you kind of got to keep that in mind. So that's why I feel like 2-3 videos a week. Not every single day is like the sweet spot.
Well, not even the
I
big
don't know.
creators
What
on
do you
Call
guys
of Duty
think?
do every single day anymore. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely an unrealistic thing to ask of a content creator to upload every day. Because, like, first of all, in his position, like, you do this full time. This is all you do every day. And most of those guys have a team. Most of those guys don't edit their own videos. They have
they
editors.
have someone make their
Like, it's
thumbnails and
not-
edit their
and
videos.
this is all
Yeah.
on this individual. And this guy has a whole team. It's, like, way different. Like, that's
We
too
do
much
this
of
shit
a
all
burden to
ourselves.
ask.
I mean,
So-
that's what
exactly, like,
Formula does. Formula has an entire management team that talks about the algorithm
Most
and
people- I mean, most
all that
people,
shit.
As
Yeah.
he should, bro. If you
Right.
can utilize those tools, you should. Bro.
I agree.
It's crazy, man. That whole situation seems like it sucked though. But dude, bro, speaking of things that sucked, I wanted to ask you, and my brain is gone.
And I'll take
What
it
was
from
it
here.
like
He
working
wanted
a
to
9 to
ask-
5?
There you go. Pure has
That's what it was.
a
Dang it.
malfunction where he
I
can't
choked the
transition.
transition.
Me and Moose like kind of just swoop him in, but it's good to have him there because you know
Yep.
he's gonna mess up, so it makes it funny. You know what I'm saying?
That is so funny. That's funny as
Keep
hell.
that in. That
Bro,
was
I
funny.
was waiting for this
I
moment.
was waiting
and
for
then it
this
all
moment
left
my
me,
whole
bro.
life.
Well, you should keep that in. You should keep that in. That's
Oh,
so
it's-
funny.
it is.
That is
Lovely.
so funny.
What's it?
Wait, what was the question? I didn't
All
hear
right.
it. I didn't
Okay,
hear
I'm
it.
gonna rephrase that. We're gonna pretend it didn't happen. All right. Speaking of things that suck, I know you
Yeah.
have a bunch of experiences with working 9 to 5 jobs. I just wanted to touch on that real quick.
Yes.
If you could give us kind of your experiences, how you felt, like how life was. Go for it, man. Floor's yours.
Yeah. Before I even start, I will say like where I'm working at now is the best job I've ever had, and like
Amazon,
the most
right?
comfortable.
That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, and it works with my schedule, which I'll touch on more on in a bit. But whenever Formula saw like my channel, he said you need to upload more. I'm like, well, if I want to upload more, I need a better computer. At the time, I was using a laptop that was like $120. I shit you not, I went on eBay and I searched up my processor. It was worth $9. So yeah, it took me like 11 hours to render videos.
Homie was struggling, bro. Bro, you could buy toothpicks for that much.
Bro, I was down bad,
You had a
bro.
piece of soap for
Dog, it was fucking bad, dude. Like it was like
Oh
my
my
mom's
gosh.
like old laptop.
I had a
like, that's what I was using,
Toshiba for
bro.
a long time.
That is insane.
Toshiba.
I
Yeah, I have a
think
think.
Century,
I
bro.
have one of those.
Think Century,
That's
bro.
what my dude. That's what my
Bro, I
fucking.
still
That's
have
what my old PC is. That's what my old PC is. It's a Think
Wow.
Century.
This
Yeah.
This
This
man.
was the one I grind. Bro, I'm holding this up to the camera right now. It's called a ThinkPad.
Yep.
I don't even know, bro. This is for like this is for the kids when they're 7 and they don't know how to read good. They get one of these things.
Man,
Like, this
y'all
is
think
what
y'all
I
had
have.
it bad? I was on a laptop that was hanging off. Like, you know how like you have the screen and then the keyboard? It was hanging sideways.
Bro, his
Half the
laptop
screen was
so
black
messed
because I
up.
dropped it. The screen was popped out and bro, y'all don't know. I had no mouse pad. Bro, it was down. I was down bad. I was
Y'all don't know
struggling.
the struggle, bro.
I was
Bro,
struggling.
he had his mouse
bro. I
on
was
his knee, bro,
struggling.
going up
Oh
and
That
down.
shit
bro.
was
God.
bad.
Oh my gosh.
But
But yeah, you're 9 to 5.
to,
You're 9
to get
to
back
5.
to
Somehow
what you said.
somehow we're talking about that. Okay. Yeah, back to the 9 to 5.
Yeah, but to get back to where you said, whenever I saw like Formula saw like my channel and how my videos were doing, I was like, okay, if I want to pump out more videos consistently, I need a better computer. And I was like, but I'm broke. I have no money in my wallet.
Right.
Maybe I had $2, right? And so I was like, all right, I need a job. So I went out, got my driver's license. I put in an application to like a bunch of places near me, and I started working at Whataburger. If you're not from the South, it's pretty much a hillbilly version of McDonald's, all right? But it's better than McDonald's. Fuck McDonald's, except their coffee. It's pretty good. But yeah, I started working there. I worked there for like over a year, just a burger joint. And with the money from that, I bought my first PC, which was like over $1,000. My very first like big like purchase ever. But working the 9 to 5 job fucking sucked. I got paid minimum wage, which down here is like $7 an hour. It was not shit. Yeah, $7 an hour, dude. It fucking it took me a long time to save up enough money. Yeah, you see what I mean? It fucking sucks, man. But I flipped around for a couple of jobs between like high school and a little bit after till now. I worked at after Whataburger. They didn't give me a raise after like my 1 year for me like to make more than minimum wage, and they were hiring these like new pretty girls and giving them like $2 extra than me, and I've been working there over a year, and it's their first day, they already making $9 an hour. I'm like, bro, what the so I was like, nah, I'm out, right? So I was like, they ain't treating me fairly, they ain't treating others fairly, so I dipped. I started working at Cracker Barrel, which is this little southern restaurant.
Cracker Barrel's fire.
It is fire. It's
Cracker Barrel,
my
that's
boy
quality
Pierce
food, bro.
from Texas. He knows,
Yes,
man.
sir.
He knows, bro.
Hillbillies.
Cracker Barrel's A1, bro. That's top tier. Hillbilly redneck.
Dude. No, Cracker Barrel is like fucking grandma's cooking type
That's fire.
restaurant.
That's
It's
fire.
really good. Okay. But working there, that's a different thing. A whole
That's
different
the other
story.
side.
I did not get along with my managers at all. They treated me like they treated me worse than when I worked for minimum wage, right? Like I made like $9 an hour there, so like $2 more than minimum wage, but it was still sucked. I was a dishwasher and a busboy. I got treated like shit. Okay, they just made up these absurd rules and they just treated me unfairly. It was fucking bullshit. I only worked there for like 6 months, right? Did not work there nearly as long as like my other job. Like I worked at Whataburger for like a year and a half, right? And I remember this day very vividly, right? I was so full or done of working there, so I walked into the Panda Express, literally right next to it, and I could walk there, right, without even having to move the parking lot, right? I walked up in there, still in my fucking uniform, like covered in like just I looked gross, dude. I was sweaty, my hair was all wet because I'm a dishwasher, right? So like this shit's crazy in there, and like there's like marks on like my fucking clothes and uniform from like food, because like working as a dishwasher is fucking gross. I don't know if you guys have ever done it, but you pretty much like
It's not
put
fun.
all of the dirty plates from the busser bin and you wash out all the food, and you have to literally use your hand, like your fucking hands, and pluck all that shit out because it can't go in the dishwasher like actual food. So like you're working with your hands, getting in someone else's fucking food and shit. It's gross, all right? And I'm like covered in that guck. And I walk into this motherfucking Panda Express because I saw it said for hiring $12 an hour, which is nearly double what I was making. I was like, okay, let me go in there and shoot my shot. I walked up in there and I went up to the front. They're like,
wait a minute. Just to go back to what we were saying about Colby being dumb, you said you're making $9 an hour and 12
dude,
was
fuck you. I
almost
already know
double.
what you're gonna say. Fuck you. Fuck you. Anyway. Stop interrupting my story,
That's
man.
insane.
That out there, bro.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
sorry. Continue.
Okay,
Continue.
well, that goes to prove my point even more. I'm a fucking idiot. Anyway, right, so my dumbass walks up in there in my yucky-ass uniform, like, and he goes, hey, how can I help you? How can I take your order? And I said, are you hiring? Right? I just said it like that. I said, are you
they
hiring?
thought a homeless man done walked in the room.
Bro, he looked at me like up and down, saw my uniform, and he's like, do you work at Cracker Barrel? And I said, yes, I hate it there. Are you hiring? Like, I just repeated myself just like that. And he goes and gets like, he was like assistant manager. He goes and gets the other manager. And I sit down and I have a conversation with him. And I was like, look, I'm going to just keep it a buck with you. I saw your hiring sign. I hate working at Cracker Barrel. I'm a good worker. I need a better job. He looks at my uniform again, and he like saw how fucking sweaty and dirty I am. He's like, okay, you're hired. And so I just started working there ever since.
No way. That easy?
Yeah, it was that fucking easy.
That's
and
crazy.
I started working there for like $12 an hour, right? So at that point, I was, making the most I'd ever had. But kind of similar with Cracker Barrel. It was just not. I hated working there. Like the job specifically wasn't hard. It was just the people I worked with made it 10 times harder on me. Like there was one point where it got so bad where the people were just treating me so unfairly that I had a panic attack at work, and my manager just didn't give a fuck. She just looked back there, saw me like with tears in my eyes, hyperventilating, and just started yelling at me.
Crazy.
And just didn't give a single fuck. There was only one other person who cared, and I fucking love her. She walked up to me and she said, do I need to call an ambulance, right? And I said, no, I just want some water. Can you please give me some water, right? And I will never forget that day. That is the day I put in my 2-week notice, and I didn't even have another job at that point. And I was just like, okay, what the fuck am I going to do? And then I had my roommates right now who conveniently enough, like a week or so later, like asked if we wanted to hang. We went into like this Mexican restaurant, and they're like, hey, we're trying to like get an apartment together, but it's like really expensive, just us two. Do you want to move in with us? And I was like, holy shit, everything's aligning, right? I was like, this can't be happening. I was like, okay. I was like, yes, I want to move in. I've always wanted to have my own room. And they were like, okay, cool. And they were like, also, we work at Amazon, so we're going to be working night shift, like overnight. Is that cool with you? Like, because we don't want to disturb you. And I said, overnight? Amazon? Tell me more. And they literally got me signed up to with Amazon within the fucking hour, and I started working
That's
there
insane.
like a couple of weeks later, and I was making
That's insane,
15
bro.
an hour. So I make 15 now, and I
Big
do
upgrade.
overnight. And the reason why I want to like emphasize why I like overnight so much is because I stay up till like 3, 4, 5 a.m. already. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, like working overnight isn't a big deal because I have a fucked sleeping schedule anyway, right? So
Yeah.
to me, it was all nice. Plus, me and all my roommates worked the same shift, did the same thing every single night. We carpooled and shit. Like it just all worked so nice. And my
Mad
roommates were
convenient.
like, yeah, mad fucking convenient. And not only that, but like they're also my homies. I've known them since I was like 14 years old. So like it wasn't anything weird or like I didn't know these people. So like it all worked out until recently.
I mean,
Well,
do you,
yeah.
if you don't mind me asking, like, you
That's
plan moving
crazy.
back in with them, or is it like just like we're on hold right now? We'll see what happens. We'll figure it out as time goes on, kind of thing.
So yeah, like all that happened over a year ago. Now our lease ends on Halloween, and we were trying to find a place like for all of us because this apartment was like, it was one of those things where like at first it looked amazing because like we've never had our own place before. Oh, this place looks so cool. But then we get there and like all the amenities, like the gym, the pool, like all the crazy cool stuff that's supposed to like come with an apartment that you
Right.
pay for with the rent. I've never been in the pool. The gym has never been open. The pool's never been open. All of the amenities we've never been able to use. The management sucks. It took them 7 months to fix our
Jeez.
dishwasher. We had to go 7 months without a dishwasher. We've had frequent floods. Like almost every couple of weeks, there's a flood whole hallway, which could like get into our rooms and flood my equipment and make my PC fried. Just a bunch of fucking problems. We had a bug problem that they never took care of. We had to go buy shit ourselves and that's
Yeah.
stuff they're supposed to take care of. So it was just not a good place. So we were trying to find a new place, and we couldn't find any places that we could afford. And in the places we could find that we could afford, we're like, okay, yeah, but the wait list is 8 months, and so it'd be 8 months till you'd be able to live there. And our lease ends
And
in
they have
in a
their
month,
like,
right? So
are they situated right now? Like, did them two find a place, or are you guys all kind of just like going back to your parents until you can regroup and rekindle like a new spot?
So what had ended up happening was, since we couldn't find a place, they went and found a place just themselves. Because like whenever we were looking for places, we found 1-bedroom apartments, but we could never find
Right.
2-bed, 2-bath, right? Because for context, my two roommates, they're a couple, right? So they could have their own room, obviously, but we couldn't find any apartments that were 2-bed, 2-bath like we currently have. So literally we had no other choice since everywhere else was booked. They had to get their own place, and I had no other choice but to move back in with my mom. So all the problems that I had, like filming and shit, like while I was there, the sole reason why I moved out, I'm having all those problems come back because I have nowhere else to go, and it kind of fucking sucks. So that's kind of the whole situation with that. But there's only one like good thing that could come out of it that I've been trying to see as like a way for me to work things out with filming. I've never lived with my mom while I worked at Amazon, you know, because like I started working there when I moved in with here.
That's true.
So since I work overnight, by the time I wake up, and obviously I'm not in school anymore like I was before, whenever I wake up, it's like 1 p.m. Everyone's going to be gone. They're going to be at work or school.
That's good, yeah.
So that will be my opportunity to record from like 1 to 5 while, right before they get home. And then, that's like literally the only time frame I have. So now I have a window of opportunity to like record. So like that's kind of like my only like hope with this is if it works out. They're being a little difficult with like how internet's gonna work and like this, that, and the other, and like my brothers being like weird because like they kind of renovated the entire house whenever I left, and like my brother made our room his room, so now we're having to like reverse everything he did, like furniture and shit, and it's a whole big mess, and they're just being very difficult about it. Like I told my mom, I was like, hey, I need like a wire for my computer to have internet. There's not a Wi-Fi thing on my computer, right? And even if there was, like, you need like an Ethernet connection to that shit to like really get a good connection. I was
Wi-Fi.
like, exactly. And I was like, hey, when I lived here before, we put the router in my room so I could have internet. And I was like, we need to do that again. And they were literally just straight up like, I don't know. I'm like, what do you mean if I don't have internet to my PC, everything that I do, like my whole thing, I just can't do it. And I was like trying to explain that to my mom, and I was like, this is like you telling a kid you just can't go to college. Like if you want him to get that job that he's going to school for, he has to go to college. You know what I'm saying? Like you're pretty much telling me like I can't do what I want to do. Why the fuck are you laughing, man? This is a serious matter. This is a serious matter, bro. College. Bro,
that is insane.
Can't go to college.
But yeah, it's a whole mess, man. I'm trying to work it out. I'm trying to like stay positive that it'll all work out.
Yeah, man. I mean, you shouldn't trip about it too hard. You're still really young. Like, it happens to a bunch of people. Like, they move out.
I'm just broke as
certain
fuck,
circumstances
dude.
happen. But
and
bro,
my
just
car
look
broke
at
down
it.
too.
I know it sucks, bro. But just look at it now. You can kind of build yourself a new foundation that'll last you a little bit longer. Just save up your money, bro. Get yourself a foundation.
Yeah, because now I won't have to pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
You'll be able to put a lot more money back. You get like some
Colby,
financial
right?
security there.
Listen to this, right?
Yeah.
So think of you going back to what you think is rock bottom, right? Going back to your mom's house. Something that you don't want to do. You're not trying to be an inconvenience, and you still want to do your thing and make your craft, right? Say you get to that place that you think is going to be the worst experience going back to again, but just push through it and then look at yourself in a year or two and see where you're at. And if you can look back on yourself in your own home, or you're surrounded by friends that create content, right? And you're killing it, I promise you that would all be for a reason. All of this shit happens for a reason. This could be you getting pushed out to work even harder than you already are.
That's what my dad told me, man.
Definitely.
That's facts, bro.
Yeah,
this could be the stepping stone that you need to really motivate you and push you.
I'm definitely gonna like try a new approach, especially like how I mentioned, like there's a new window of like a time window for me to record videos that I didn't have beforehand.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to use that as like my way to really push out content. Like I'm gonna try like how I like harder than I ever had before, bro. Like you guys, man, I already know what my first video is gonna be. It's gonna be bunk bed gaming setup part 2.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Dude, I'm just part 2 of my most popular video. Like that video has like 30K views or something stupid, bro.
And you know,
It's
you
actually
also
dumb.
mentioned that your lease ends on Halloween, right? So things are getting spooky, and I know my boy wants to start speaking about spooky season.
Spooky season! Let me
Transition.
just say, bro. Dude, Sidey, by the way, word for word, bar for bar, that's exactly what I was going to fucking say. I'm going to be dead at it. That is
Man, you just
insane.
fucking like pure.
As soon as I heard
like,
Halloween, that's it, exactly
Dude,
what I was.
when you edit this, Sidey,
I would've
you will
choked
literally see when Colby says, yeah, our lease ends on Halloween, I like sit up in my chair, and I was like, idea how to transition to the spooky season.
Bro.
Insane.
He just sits up. He's like, it's coming. He's waiting
Halloween
for
is
it,
one
bro.
of my favorite holidays of all time, right? It's my favorite one. One of my favorites.
And why is that?
The horror movies. You got all the lights, the costumes. You got the candy. You got everything. It's one of the best holidays ever.
And you know what I
So
like
great.
about it too is during this time is when all the movies come out in movie theater. There's always something to watch.
Hell yeah.
Yes, bro. Yup, bro. It's
I just saw an ad for the new
bro.
what's its name?
Halloween.
The new Halloween movie. Yeah. I just saw that on
drops
an ad.
on Halloween. There's some Halloween movie I saw that looks like a banger, and it drops on Halloween
Check
day.
it out.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
some scary movie. Dang,
might have
Probably
check it out.
probably Halloween. Probably Halloween the movie.
Yeah.
might be
Dude,
some
you know what's a
bro.
classic for me on Halloween?
Might be that.
What?
You guys had to watch Sweet Life
What's
of
that?
Zach and Cody when you guys was younger, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know that
Oh, yeah.
you know the
Of course, bro,
episode The
this shit was a
Haunted
banger.
Room where they had like
Yep.
the little art.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yup.
that
Yes,
episode for me. I
bro.
don't know what it is about that classic to watch on Halloween.
It's fire.
Bro,
Dog.
dude, the
You unlocked the
Nickelodeon
memory
Halloween
I
themes,
forgot I
like
had.
The, like
Yeah,
the iCarly one,
that-
dude, they were all good. The
fire,
SpongeBob
fire.
one,
Bro,
they were-
Goosebumps.
bro, they
You guys
were all
remember
so
that?
good.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, I
Oh
remember
my
Goosebumps
God.
too. Yes,
Goosebumps
sir.
was raw.
That was a
Yup.
banger,
Goosebumps was
banger,
fucking
man.
raw.
Oh,
That was
man.
the stuff right there. Are you dressing up
Yes.
for something for Halloween, Colby?
I am.
Were you
Yeah,
dressing
you-
up as?
Okay, I also want to preface this, okay?
Preface.
I have not dressed up.
Preface.
Whatever the preface. Fuck you. Stop making fun of
Let's put
my
that
words.
on the list too. Can't
My-
pronunciate words
my-
either.
I fucking hate you. Anyway, I haven't dressed up like for Halloween and like since I was like 14 or some shit. Like I would always like since I was like 14, I was like, oh, I'm too old to fucking blah blah, right? So like what I would do, I was just yeah. Like well, also I didn't have friends, so that was a big thing. If I had
wow.
friends, I probably would have done something, but instead I would just play board games like for Halloween or some shit, like with my Discord
That's
friends
awesome.
or whatever.
Play like white noise or something
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
it's-
or
it's
even,
fun.
what is the one called? The one like where you go into the haunted house with the flashlight. It just came out. I forgot what it's called. Phasmophobia.
Not
There you
Dead
go.
by Daylight,
Phasmophobia.
right?
Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have it.
Dude,
I
we
was
gotta
playing
play
it. That thing
by
is
the way.
crazy.
We gotta
That'd
do
be
that.
so fun.
Okay, I'm gonna
It-
cop
it's-
that. We gotta do that. That's.
I
It
have
is,
it. It's
is.
actually
I
a lot of
screamed
fun.
and scared shitless. But
It looks like fun, bro.
hey man, Colby, we
Yeah, it does.
appreciate you so much for hopping on this podcast, man. It's been real fun, beautiful
Bro,
podcast.
Beautiful
Oh, yeah.
cast, bro.
I've always
And-
wanted to do a podcast, dude.
Dude,
Like,
Energy's
I've
there,
always wanted it.
and also, you know, for anyone that's
Exactly.
watching this, his channel link will be in the description down below. Make sure you guys go subscribe to him. If you guys want to see him back and return on another episode, hey, drop a like on this video. If we can get 50 likes on this podcast episode, we will bring Colby back as a returning guest. We haven't had our first returning guest yet, so
That would be fire.
Yep.
that big history.
We
You know what I'm
haven't had
saying?
that one.
Anyways,
Exactly,
leave us some
It could be
feedback in the
Colby.
comments.
Do you want to know
What
what I
are
am
you?
for Halloween? All right. I feel like you guys are gonna fucking cringe, but let me also let me say something.
It's gonna
okay?
be Naruto or something.
No.
Okay.
I do have a very cringe picture that I can send you guys. Like me and my girlfriend were Halloween shopping, and I found the Naruto section, and I put on every outfit. I'll send you guys those pictures later. They're very cringe, but anyway, obviously my girlfriend was not gonna dress up as fucking Hinata and be with me for she wouldn't do that. And I was like, okay, then we'll do the next best thing. All right, and so I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I fucking love Harry Potter. I have like a whole bookshelf dedicated to like all my knickknacks and just all the books, all the movies. I have like a bunch of shit. Like I love Harry Potter like
Right.
since my childhood. Okay, like me and my dad used to watch them like on the like VHS like tapes. I still have a tape of like Harry Potter like on there, like that's ancient, that I had like when I was like 8 years old or something, right? So I love like the entire story and everything about it, right? And I'm getting my girlfriend right now, my new girlfriend, to like watch all the Harry Potter movies with me. And right now we're about to watch the Half-Blood Prince, right? So we're all more than halfway there, right? And I was like, let's like do, because we were originally gonna do like Joker or like do like some other shit, right? But we just didn't want to do all the painting, right? And I was like, okay, let's just do like Hogwarts students. So we got like the robes and like the little ties and shit, and we're literally just gonna dress up as like Hogwarts students. And there's like a little fair like carnival festival thing that's gonna be here through Halloween, and her birthday is like right before Halloween too, so it's just gonna be fun. And I've always wanted to like do something like that, so
It'll be cool.
it's cool that she would do something like that with me, because like
It's dope.
she
Yeah,
was
that's
not a
what's
Harry
up,
Potter
man.
fan.
That's
Like that together
goals.
and
That's
stuff. Like
goals.
that's dope, man.
She's fucking amazing, man. I hope she's watching this. I'm gonna tell her to watch it, because she's super supportive of like my videos and shit. She comes in my streams, she watches all my videos. Like she's super supportive about that. I can't believe we
That's
actually didn't talk
fire,
about
though.
that yet.
Nah, that's good that you have that support system and like
yeah.
Well, hey, we might have to bring that up on the
Yes,
second episode if
sir.
they want you back, bro.
Oh, on the second
that's
like
episode.
that.
Yeah,
Us,
man.
come on, get it to 50. It's
Man.
easy for us. It's
50
like work.
likes. But dude, Colby, you killed it, bro.
Great
that was a great
podcast.
cast, bro. We enjoyed having you, bro. Thank you for
This
joining
was a
us.
lot of fun.
It was fun,
This
bro.
really
This
was.
literally ran longer than I thought it would. But we could keep going, but obviously we
Bro,
got our stuff
I
going
love
on.
the
Like,
long
this was-
podcast episodes.
Hell yeah. I mean,
I
you know
love
we
that
went
shit,
longer
man.
because it was
I
just
could
a vibe,
listen to
man.
this
It
shit
was a
all
vibe.
day.
Exactly.
Oh,
There's-
yeah.
There's no point in stopping it. So
I feel like I
That's fine,
talked
man.
a little too
Nah,
much.
you're
I-
good.
whole-
You're
it's a
good.
whole
That's
thing
what
about
you're
you.
here for.
That's what you're here for.
All right, boys.
Thanks,
We'll see you
guys.
guys in
I
the
love
next
you guys,
episode.
man.
It's your boys from the Unfiltered Cast, and we're out. Peace.